guard armor with... No, just the guard armor feet.
Just the feet stepping on them.
Yeah.
But the guard armor torso.
The torso.
Just the torso.
Where
are we now?
We are in, you guessed it, another Gauntlet.
But this one's cool.
I do like the idea here, where it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
No, it doesn't, because these worlds still exist.
Yep. Well, yeah, they do.
But
it would have been interesting to see some other, like, small Disney references, like...
Yeah, like, that would have been trippy.
Honorable mentions, that's the phrase I'm looking for. The honorable mentions that didn't reach the game. Like Jungle Book.
Yeah, like, that would have been cool. Or, like, worlds they address, like, maybe you fight on Pride Rock.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been neat, but I think that sounds like a little extra, like, a lot of resource for such a little thing, though.
Oh, there's something really eerie about that fight that doesn't make a lick of sense, but I digress. We'll get to that one when we get to 2.5 Remix, which has been fantastic, by the way. It's out at the time of this recording. Go get it if you're a fan, and if you're not, go get it anyway. It's a great game.
It is. Yeah, we were, again, that's why we were changed in the previous video. We re-experienced what I think we both agree is our favorite. Mm-hmm. I have some things to say about it. Obviously, I wasn't as mesmerizingly orgasmic as I remembered it. But much like when I replayed this. What? Okay, that's on a negative note. It's still amazing. Still get it. Mm-hmm. I would still say probably one of the best designed combat games I would have ever played. But moving on to this game's cool.
Yep.
I still like it.
Random pause. And to the next room. Except, I thought that it was going to be a hell of a lot to go through, so there's going to be quite a few rooms that I skip.
Yeah, that's understandable. Actually, if anyone is curious, you do get but you get items, so there is a reason to beat these.
Yeah, you get a copy of most of them.
Not anymore, though.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because in the original game, you got a copy, like you would get another Brave Warrior, like you got from the guard armor, but it was replaced, as we saw, with another item.
Yeah, and like, I don't know how to feel about that, because I thought that was cool getting abilities again. Although maybe they realized that you're going to synthesize better equipment, probably, by the end game.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, but yeah, now they switch them just for a different type of loots, which is a little less charming, for lack of a better word, but...
yeah, and I don't know if they kept it, but after a while, they do stop you. You do have to take on at least one of these rooms.
Yes, what I was going to say about that. As you can see, every world he passed was glowing blue. If he didn't, like, if Valgo skipped Atlantica, or skipped a world, it would force him to fight through it.
Yeah.
And this is something I heard about and during speed runs. I know firsthand. Like, I know that's just how it works. Kind of an interesting mechanic. Don't skip Olympus Coliseum. That is the hardest one. I don't know, maybe you don't have as strong feelings, but I hate the Olympus Coliseum challenge.
Well, it's got a bunch of air soldiers.
It has air soldiers. Air soldiers.
Yes.
But you were able to skip them all. And they do give you the nice Winnie the Pooh one as a neat little break.
And now this
is I guess, Hollow Bastion?
This is a part of Hollow Bastion. However, it is no room that you will ever find outside of this, and I think it's very cool that they have this because we can't exactly spoil what happens. However, this is, I would say, the King's, or Ansem in this case, this was one of his primary research rooms. So that means he basically took it, stuffed it in this dark dimension to make it even more private.
I guess that's true. Then he put his little Heartless seal up.
Yep. Very frustrating because it implies that you can bust it down, but it just doesn't.
And pay close attention to what pops up here, because it'll never pop up again.
Yeah.
And you'll never visit this room again.
Ever.
And I like what you're doing right here, paying attention, because this is an interesting machine.
I don't like it. It scares me.
It is, but what is it for?
It's got like 5 pods instead of 7, which would have made some more sense, but again, I made sure to leave some time for you to read.
They can pause it if they really need it.
That's true. I do like this strange, like, log. I wonder what possessed Sora to hit a button, though. Or it's probably Goofy in the grand scheme of things. Like, what's this do?
Yeah, Goofy likes to learn.
These guys don't want him to learn, though. They're very mad that they pressed the button.
I feel like that should have been a cutscene. They turn around about to leave and oh no!
Well, that would have been Kingdom Hearts 2.
That's true. It would have been,
They were saving that. The weird, portal-looking things, like the much darker ones, like this one here, they kind of frighten me. Their color scheme.
Yeah, dude, this is a creepy part. And again, just the fact that you never can return to that room just makes it all the more.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
And you're probably wondering why. This is the reason.
Giant warpole.
Well, that was much clearer than my joke, but I'm glad you said something.
I was gonna say that joke. I didn't think it would have been.
Great minds, my friend. Great minds. I'm telling you. Oh, now here we go. Quick story about, I mentioned before, at the beginning of this playthrough, my beginner mode speed run versus Damax's beginner mode speed run. This lousy prick killed me, and I'll admit this was a little petty, like what's a couple of minutes, but every minute made the difference. I never saved during that speed run. This guy kills me, and I had to start all over again. I was very upset with him. And that's the reason, his Pillar of Flame, and it gets bigger when you weaken him. Anyway, this is Chernobog from Fantasia.
Yep.
I have yet to see it. I'm sure I've seen it when I was much younger.
Yeah.
But I want to watch it again to see it's
just what it is?
Yeah, it sounds fantastic.
Yeah, that's the music let's play. Is the Night on Bald Mountain. Mm-hmm. That song, you probably recognize it.
Yep.
They actually changed this for the American release, as with other things. Apparently, this just had generic boss music originally.
Oh yeah.
But they switched it up.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but this fight's going to end in a little bit, and I want to show you something. Look at this shit.
Oh my god.
No, dude. I'm standing on him.
Oh yeah. You can probably
I had no idea
really?
you could do that. You can actually land on him. I did not know that for the longest time.
Yeah, I can't say 100%, but here's the thing. Actually, there is a tactical use for doing that. You can summon.
Oh no, that's
And the only reason I know this is because I remember when I was younger.
Yeah,
I summoned during the final fight, which, without spoiling anything, it is kind of like this, a flying fight. And
oh, that's fantastic.
It is. It's pretty interesting. It's because you don't think to summon because you just can't. You can't do it in the sky. But man, what a way to go.
Yeah, that was pretty wonderful. But if you can reclaim your train of thought, what were you saying before?
About this? I was just saying the Japanese version just had generic boss music. For the English release, they changed it to Night on Bald Mountain to fit the Fantasia.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a copyright issue and.
Well,
oh yeah, so I ask you, what do you do in this area? You right now, because there are 2 entrances that go the same place.
Yeah, I go to the bottom one.
Okay, nothing about this makes sense.
It's well, I'll tell you what. This is no, nothing's come to mind. I can't even make a joke about this. This is just weird.
Yeah, it's just if you enter the portal at the top, you enter another. You can't fly, but you enter a very similar area, and you go down, and you just end up here.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same place. Now,
do you? Okay, this is what I've been waiting the entire playthrough to bring this up.
Okay, go for it.
It's on this room. Oh, wait, continue what you were saying. I'll interrupt you.
Well, no, what were you looking for?
Oh, you already jumped past it. In the room prior to that one, there's like a stack of 3 hills that look exactly like Enchanted Dominion. Or the hills from Sleeping Beauty.
Ah, okay.
Like, I've noticed a few Disney movie motifs in that world, but it makes sense if this is just made up of.
Yes, and I believe, and this is all strictly my fan theory, personally, but it's hard to deny when there are clear images of, like, trees with faces on them from Snow White.
Yeah.
So it is referencing previous worlds that the other princesses of Heart, their worlds, which aren't around anymore. That was the third freaking
I know, it's the third
studded out behemoth in this world. I'm glad that's over with.
But if you're wondering what's going on with this room, well, he's nearing the end. And this is the
That
final
crest-
test of skill.
That crest is so sloppy. That always,
I just realized.
it always bothered me how, like,
Not the heartless symbol it actually is.
yeah, it's highly suggestive.
Oh, nice. Suggestive?
We'll have several shots of it, don't you worry.
Yeah, this
goes on. I actually remember you were telling me a story about this when we were much younger, and it was one of, like, I think it was your first time going through this room. You were so mad how it just would not end.
Yeah, that is my, like, memory of this room when I was younger, was just being all like, this is annoying! And then, yeah, this, again, if you're just playing the game normally, this is it's not really tough, though. But this is definitely a block if you're doing, like, a low-level run.
Mm-hmm. Or a speed run.
Or, like, yeah, even the speed run, this can kill you. Because, like, that fight at the end of the Coliseum, that's pretty much what this is, but, like, on steroids.
Yeah, exactly.
There's, like, the invisible wave, a dark ball wave, an angel wave, an invisible and angel wave, and pretty much every combination of the enemy wave of those 3. So
more honorable mentions that did not make it to the Hades Cup.
Yeah. Honestly, this would have been an awesome Hades Cup finisher. I mean, we got the same thing, sort of. Just
pretty much.
Light. This is the baby version.
It kind of is, but it does go on for a lot longer.
Well, I mean, the Hades Cup is kind of the baby version.
Ah,
this one's just
okay.
freaking... Yeah, this one's just long.
Mm.
Oh, well. You're doing enough damage. Yeah. Gravity is your friend. As Valgo is showing off
Rex. Shit. Yes. I love it.
Like, again, we've both had experience doing things like challenge runs. And if you're having stuck at this part, when invisibles pop up, just get a gravity on them.
Yep.
They're one combo away from death after.
Now I know what you're all thinking. Man, I thought you were summoning Sephiroth again. That would have been amazing. But no. That was Trinity Limit.
It's the same design, isn't it, though?
Very similar. Very similar. I'm not sure what the style of that would be called. It kind of... Not really stained glass, but very church-like, to be honest.
Yeah, it is very holy light.
Which is kind of the point, I guess.
Yeah. Sora is a light friend. Or a light bro, sun bro.
Like, hey Jesus, I know you're busy watching and being very disappointed with the human race, but could you, like, clip your nail and toss it over here? I have some people I need you to kill for me.
Is that what... Maybe that is what Trinity Limit is. You're just like, hey, Jesus, help. What if... Dude, in the third game, Trinity Limit, you should use it, and then Walt Disney comes from the sky, gives a thumbs up, and then all the enemies just die. That would be cool. I'm gonna imagine...
And make it, like, super kawaii in Japanese.
Yeah.
With the thumbs up.
Yeah.
No. Have it be the thumbs up, but with the Kakashi swirl from the 3rd episode of Naruto.
That would be awesome. Then
my God.
Now, that's what happens every time the light comes up. There's nothing saying that's not what happens.
Well, people are gonna demand a PC version of the game, and they can make all the mods they want. Steam's gonna want it. Xbox is gonna want it, or Microsoft, rather. Hey, Jesus!
Man, what a cool move for... Not...
It's reverse Excalibur. I guess.
What do you mean?
Well, like the sword in the stone. It's putting it in
yeah.
the stone, rather.
Yeah, Yeah, Trinity Limit has... I mean, this isn't a lot of different games, but it's one of those good for mobs, bad for bosses.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I think we said that before, but you know what I'm talking about. A lot of games have those type of moves, and that's what it is.
It reminds me of Ocarina of Time, personally. Now that I think about it.
How?
When you draw... Spoiler alert for a very, very old game. People shouldn't be too mad. Ocarina of Time, Legend of Zelda game. After you find the Master Sword, you pull it out of the stone, and there's... I believe it's 7... 14, 11? I don't remember. A bunch of years passed. And you're older, you're adult Link, but you can put the sword back in, and then you get the same flashing light, and then you become young again. And that's just what Trinity Limit reminds me of, is putting it back in and it flashes. Of course, you don't get Baby Sora, which is good.
But we do know Baby Sora's awesome.
It does, like you said, and I believe it was part 33 or so. It's not my favorite skill because it saps all of your magic, no matter how much you have. It saps all of it, and it bothers me. But you know, the price of calling Christ can be high. Nobody else has been able to do it.
That's true. Yeah.
We shouldn't have to, though. We need to stop whining to our dad about every little thing going on.
Sora's Jesus.
Now, Sora's a Buddhist.
How?
He lives on an island.
Oh, yeah. Very humble life.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that actually made sense to you. I'm just pulling stuff out of my ass at this point. Oh, we're finally out of that room.
You're just
Thank you, Jesus.
You're just gonna be like, he has spiky hair.
All the fat goes into his feet.
Yep, that definitely makes him a Buddhist.
Yep.
But here it is. Here's the final rest.
Are they?
Again, another... This is a very... See...
This is the final room.
I get that, but it's too small for what it's trying to be.
You know...
It looks
that's a good point.
It looks like a pretty cavern with like water running and all that, but it's small.
Although, it does remind me of The Secret Place in a way.
Oh, you're right.
Just a little bit.
You're right. I'm seeing it. The
door.
Well,
we will find out what's beyond the door in the next part. Join us then for the final boss.
Maybe you should take a rest. Exclamation point. Is what Donald says.